What are you up to? Hey! Wait up! Can't keep up with this girl.
That battle order changed again. Sazz had a hard time keeping up with Lightning. He's having a hard time keeping up with Vanille here. Alright, let's see if the shop has anything good for these characters here. She'll see an increase in strength if she uses that. But, yeah. Wow, look at the current equipment. Doesn't raise her, only raises her strength by 2 points. C increases strength, but I'm not going to do it because I don't want to lose the magic. What are they carrying? Oops. Silver bangle and magic. Alright, that'll do. I'm going to need Sazz to be a little more damage absorbing anyway. Kind of a weird grouping here because we have 2 Ravagers, but no Commando. So we're not going to be doing a lot of chaining, and we're not going to be able to get a lot of... Oh, alright. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do a lot of chaining and get a lot of staggering of enemies in this group. But, so it's less of a sort of good structure of characters than Lightning and Hope. But the characters are more robust in terms of being able to take damage. So there's that. Less likely to go quickly down, but take longer to actually cause damage. Alright, moving on. Oh, some more of these enemies. Oh, they're fighting the pulse work. I don't know if they'll ever actually be a winner. Probably not. Hey, we got the surprise attack in. Okay, I might stagger them now because I have the... Yeah, because I got the surprise attack, I'll be able to stagger. Though probably not any of the other 2. Hey, they're still fighting each other, that's good. Figured they'd all start fighting me once I showed up. Huh. It's a good thing, too, because taking out the Pulsework Soldier without being able to stagger it is quite an ordeal. I mean, the thing is basically a tank. Alright, I got Saboteur roll. Synergist will buff my characters. Saboteur will debuff the enemy. So we're increasing strength, we're doing all that shit, and we're decreasing the strength of the Pulsework Soldier. Then we're going to switch back to Ravager. Oh yeah, also note that neither of these characters have a medic roll. So, healing is an issue too. Granted, it's less necessary since both characters have higher HP. Plus, I think Sazz is wearing a silver bangle, so he has 100 points higher. We basically got this fight. What do we have here?
Never seen a rig like this before. Here we go. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa! I knew that would happen.
Alright, was that all that was for? There's a lot of this fighting going on. There's a lot of these kinds of things going on. Treasure chest. It's a good thing that these little fights are going on as we approach, because my two characters here are rather poorly equipped to be taking on enemies as powerful as the ones we're facing. So, so the fight goes on. We can get our damage in.
This should do it. Huh?
Whoa.
Piece of cake.
I made a mistake there. Turns out Vanille does have a medic role. I just didn't have it set up.
Where's Grumpy? Got left behind, huh?
Leave me alone.
Hey!
This is pointless. Can't keep up. Can't get home. It's over for me.
It's not over. We'll get you home.
I don't have one. Now that Mom is.
What about your dad?
Not making a wish, Hope?
Mom, you still believe in that kind of stuff? Wishing on fireworks? Really? That's for little kids.
What are you calling kid?
To you? What'd you wish for?
Oh, that next year, your father could come with us.
Why? It's better like this. We don't need him. That night, they found the fal'cie in the Bodum vestige. The next day, soldiers sealed off the town, and we couldn't get back to Palom Polum. They forced us onto the train with everyone else. My mom, she was frantic. She wanted to get us home, so she tried to fight. She got tricked by Snow. He used her!
Let's get you home, okay? Your dad's gotta be worried.
Let him worry. Why should I care? He doesn't.
Any father cares.
Sazz?
It's nothing. Forget it.
Come with me, okay?
This ought to do it. We've got time. We'll get you back home. Your dad'll be happy to see you.
Okay, we have Hope has joined the party. Doesn't really add anything in terms of new roles, because Medic, Vanille could do it, Synergist, Sazz could do it, and Ravager, they could all do it. What we really needed was a Commando role. But, him being here, I mean, he is a better Medic So I guess it's a good thing he's here. And plus, having an additional character at any rate is going to increase our damage output. So let's keep going. Hope just couldn't get up there, I guess, which is why lightning left him behind. Oh, didn't get the jump on it. That many Ravagers all firing off at once actually managed to stagger the thing. Alright, so Hope is, well, I mean, he's kind of losing himself here. Not that he ever really actually had a handle on the situation to begin with. He's been the character that has been the most lost since the game began. But he clearly is in need of something that he's not finding here. He's lost his mother, and you get the distinct impression the way he talks about his father, and I guess nothing is ever really brought up about his siblings, so he probably doesn't have any. That, in his mind, his mother was really the only family that he had. So, any 14-year-old losing their mother would be, it would be disastrous to them. But it's especially bad for him. There's nothing left for him. He's driven by something. Revenge against Snow, or just some desire to keep on living. But he's not... he's clearly in not a good state. And perhaps he needs some sort of maternal figure in his life. And maybe he's latching on to anybody that he feels like that could provide that for him, which is why he spent so much time with Vanille. Because although she's not really that much older than he is, at least she, like, when he's sitting there in despair, she takes his hand and all that kind of stuff. And he latched on the lightning for a while, maybe because he feels like she, I don't know if he really sees her in any kind of a maternal sense, but because she doesn't seem like she has a maternal bone in her body. But anybody, I guess, would do.
Isn't that
A warship from Pulse.
You mean they made it this far?
Of course not. Not during the war, and not since. They might have tried, but none of their forces made it into Cocoon. They only damaged the outer rim. Then the Sanctum's fal'cie pushed them back. What'd you, sleep through history?
More or less. So, what's a ship from Pulse doing here?
Once the war was over, people couldn't live near the rim anymore, in places like the Hanging Edge. So the fal'cie, they gathered up scrap from Pulse and used it for rebuilding here. This is what was left. A bunch of garbage.
Who'd have thunk? A Pulse fal'cie and who knows what mixed in with all the trash.
Who'da thunk?
More or less just reiterating on stuff that has already been discussed. But it does sort of
I'm gonna go peek ahead.
hammering on the idea that Vanille is not from around here.
Do me a favor. Stop wandering off and stay where I can keep my eye on you.
She's ignorant about any of the history of this world. Or at least a lot of the history of the world. And she doesn't know who the Prime Minister is, and she doesn't really know anything. Now, in a story, that kind of character can actually be quite useful to provide some sort of outside perspective on the world. Somebody who can ask these questions, somebody who needs to have these kinds of things explained to them in order to provide information for the player or the reader or the viewer or whatever. And I'd say it is especially necessary in a game like this where a lot of what's going on isn't immediately obvious to the player.
Want me to check things out?
Oh, going ahead for some reason, kid. Hey, just run past a pulse torch soldier, that's great. This game does actually explain a majority of the things throughout dialogue and all that kind of stuff. Damn it. But the game itself, sort of relies on you to pay a lot of attention to what's going on in order to pick up these different story bits. So they go and they stick in this data log containing sort of summaries of all the kind of shit that you're going to be hearing about, just to sort of reiterate on it. Whether that's the best way to do that kind of thing or not, it's probably not. But for the more complex the story becomes, the more necessary the data log kind of setup is.
Hope snow's already.
And, well, I can't ever get a jump on that thing. Treasure chests? Nothing. Nothing. Man, there's a lot of garbage here.
Hey, welcome to the party.
You miss us?
Would it kill her to smile?
Time to move.
Okay. I'll do what I can.
Let's put these babies to work.
Yay, us!
I was a little thrown off by the fact that my microphone was turned off and I didn't realize it. I'm not sure how long it was turned off. We have all of these, we have lightning in the party, and I was thinking that lightning wasn't part of the party because we were playing as Sazz. And I was thinking earlier in the game, and I think I even said this, that anytime you have lightning in the party, she's the party leader. Which apparently isn't true. Guess it's a good thing because Sazz has a higher HP than Lightning does, and it's important that your party leader have a lot of hit points because if your party leader goes down, the game's over. None of the other characters really matter in that regard. I mean, you lose your ability to deal damage or whatever when party members go down, but it's only the party leader that the entire fight is contingent on, which is something that the game took a lot of criticism for. Get out of the way.
Here we go. Nothing to it.
A lot of weird stuff left over here.
Doing good.
Are we? Damn it. Moving on. She keeps running ahead. And then, seems anytime she stops, you know you're about to be attacked. There's a treasure chest over here. Ooh, what do we got there? Gotta have something to do with fire, right? Fire! Resistance up 20%. I'm not gonna mess with that right now. Where the hell's Hope? Funny that the kid named Hope is the one that's so down on everyone. Oh, now you're waiting for us. You weren't waiting for us before.
What do you suppose that is?
A pile of shit.
What is that?
Pulse armament.
And that's bad for us, isn't it?
You have eyes, don't you?
Funny, Hope wandered off during that. Funny that, well, let's start with a synergist and a saboteur in order to buff up our characters and debuff the boss before I try chaining. Like how he's doing and buffing up Lightning first, because, I mean, even though he's the party leader, she's the real damage dealer in the group. He actually seems to be doing himself last. Vanille as a saboteur doesn't actually have that many things she can cast. That's why she's been standing there for a while. Alright. Once we have one more to do, then I'm gonna switch over to diversity so I can have Vanille heal everybody while I'm chaining up a little bit. Alright. Relentless assault. There we go. Now I should be able to do it now. Come on now. Chaining may not be necessary though, because the thing's probably going to die before I get there. Oh, nope. Maybe. Doesn't really matter though. Staggered. Sazz is almost dead. Nope, it's dead.
I thought we were goners. You alright?
I think so.
Incoming.
Like the boss before, it seems like we gotta do this one twice. Alright, I'll try the same thing that I was doing before. Get my characters buffed up. Seems like the first fight I probably just should have wailed on the thing until it died. This one is probably going to be taking more damage before it goes down. So I'm going to pop in and out of a setup where Vanille can be a medic, keep everybody alive. Then I'm going to jump back in and buff. No, leave it here for a while. Come on, Vanille. Heal yourself. There we go. Just gotta make sure I don't stay in this too long, because I don't want to lose the chain that I have. That was stupid. Alright, it's almost a stagger. That ought to do it. See how much damage you can do. it kind of like the design is something that I've seen in the trainish kind of design, robot kind of thing. Saw like in Final Fantasy VII had a number of enemies that looked like this. In fact, the first boss of the game had a look like that. Will I be able to finish it? Maybe. Oh, yes I can.
Pulse is crawling with things like that, isn't it?
Got me. Not even the Corps has access to intel on Pulse. Soldiers in the field fight blind.
Yeah, I noticed that. But don't you need to know exactly what you're up against?
Target's a target.
You like to keep it simple, don't you?
I stick to my goal.
As long as you have a goal, you can fight?
You can stay alive.